Starting with the great name of Allah, who is the most merciful and beneficent. Assalamualikum, my dear listeners. Welcome to Knowledge Syndicate. So, we will continue our lecture, that is parts of speech. Let us continue our today's lecture. So, we will continue from adverb. In the last lecture, we have studied till verb. We have studied 4 parts of speech that are noun, pronoun, adjective, and verb. So, now our 5th part of speech is adverb. So what is an adverb? A word used to add something to the meaning of a verb, an adjective or an other adverb. When we use certain words to add to the meaning or to describe a verb, an adjective or any other adverb, so it is called an adverb. For example, we can see it through the example that Harry runs quickly. So here the word quickly shows us how, like in what manner does the Harry runs. So that quickly modifies our verb runs. So here runs is a verb, and the word quickly is describing the verb. So quickly is an adverb. In the next example, we can see that this is a very sweet mango. So here the word very shows us how much, like in what degree the mango is sweet. So it is the word very modifies the adjective sweet, like it is an adjective and the word very is describing an adjective sweet, so it is an adverb. So there are certain kinds of adverb that we have: adverb of time, adverb of frequency, adverb of place, adverb of manner, and adverb of quantity. We will go through them one by one. So adverb of time shows when the things happen, or it answers us the question when. So for example, I had a letter from him lately. So here the word lately tells us that when I had a letter from him. So it is an adverb of time. The next one is wasted time never returns. So here never is our adverb of time. The next one is adverb of frequency. Adverb of frequency shows how often, how often. They are somehow related, but adverb of frequency shows us how often. For example, he frequently comes unprepared. So here the word frequently is our adverb of frequency. The next one is I have not seen him once. So here the word once is our adverb of frequency. The next kind is adverb of place, that answers the question where, or adverb of place shows us where. For example, stand here. So the word here is an adverb of place. The next example is the little lamb followed Mary everywhere. So here the word everywhere is our adverb of place. The next kind is adverb of manner, which shows us how or in what manner. It answers the question how, and it tells us or shows us in what manner the things happen. For example, she reads clearly. So here the word clearly is our adverb of manner. The next one is the Muslim fought bravely. So here the word bravely is our adverb of manner. The last kind of adverb is adverb of quantity, which shows how much. Like we can guess it from its name that adverb of quantity shows us how much, or it is also called adverb of degree, like in what degree or to what extent the things are. For example, these mangoes are almost ripe. So here almost is our adverb of quantity. The next is you are partly right. So here word partly is our adverb of quantity. These are the 5 kinds of adverb. Now moving to words, formation of adverb. Adverbs are formed by various manners. Like mostly the adverbs end with the letter ly. The ly mostly adverbs end with the letter ly. So adding ly to adjectives, certain most adverbs are formed from adding the word ly to adjective. For example, like there is vice, the word vice, the adjective vice, and we add ly to it, so it becomes wisely and it becomes an adverb. The next is kind, so we add ly to it and it becomes kindly. The next is quick, so when we add ly to quickly, it becomes an adverb. The next is from noun and qualifying adjectives. When noun and qualifying adjectives are made up, are together, so there comes certain adverbs. For example, sometimes, meanwhile, meantime, yesterday, midway, otherwise. many other. The next is compound of preposition and an adjective. Some adverbs are compounds of a preposition and adjectives. When preposition and adjectives are combined together, they form new adverb. For example, below, beyond, behind, allowed, many other examples of these. The next is two adverbs go together, joined by conjunction and. When there comes two conjunction together, two adverbs together, and we join them by the conjunction and, so they become new adverb. So for example, again and again, first and foremost, like again and again are used when we can say that more than once, or we are showing repeatedly something. So there we put an adverb again and again. When we have to say first of all in an adverbial manner, so we say first and foremost. There are many other examples like far and near, to describe that thing in all directions, now and then. So there are many examples of these. So here we are done with our adverb. The next part of speech is the preposition. A preposition is a word placed before a noun or a pronoun to show in what relation the person or things denoted by it stands in regard to something else. Like we tell us that what it is placed before noun or pronoun to show its relation to other things, or to show its relation to some other things in that sentence or something else. So that is called preposition. For example, there is a cow in the field. So here the word in, it is showing us the relation between two things, that is cow and field. So the word in is our preposition. The next one is he is fond of tea. So here the word of is and preposition is a preposition which shows the relationship between the attribute expressed by adjective fond and tea. Like fond and tea, it is showing us the relationship between fond and tea. So it is called the word of is our preposition. We have three kinds of preposition, that is simple preposition, compound preposition, and phrase prepositions. We will go through them one by one. So simple prepositions, basically the simple words are called simple. The simple prepositions, basic prepositions are simple prepositions. For example, at, by, for, from, on, off, all, through, out, till, up, any others. The compound prepositions generally formed by prefixing a preposition. When we add a prefix to our preposition, so it becomes a compound preposition. Generally, we add a prefix a or b to our noun or adjective or an adverb to call it a compound preposition. For example, beside. Like here we put beside, here we add prefix be with it, within, between, before, inside, across, around, etc. Many other. There are so many examples. Like we have above, across, among, around, before, beside, inside, outside, underneath, within, without. So there are many examples of these. The next one is phrase preposition. When the group of words used with the force of a single preposition. When we use a group of words, or when we use phrases as a single preposition, so these are called phrase prepositions. For example, for the sake of, in regard to, in front of, with an eye to, in order to, by the way, away from. We have many more examples of these. In consequence of, in spite of, instead of, like away from, according to, in addition to. There are many examples of these. So there's one more thing that I've told you before in our previous lecture, that there are total 150 prepositions in our English language. So there are total 150 prepositions in our English language. So moving ahead, we have conjunction, or next part of speech, conjunction. So what is a conjunction? A conjunction is a word which merely joins together two sentences and sometimes words together. So these are called conjunction. Conjunctions are basically joining words. We can say that these are joining words which join together two sentences or sometimes two words. For example, she must weep or she will die. So in this example, we can see that she must weep or she will die. So here the word or is joining our two sentences, she must weep and she will die. So here the word or is our conjunction. The next is two and two make four. So here we can see the word and is joining our two words rather than two sentences. It is joining our two words, that is two and 2 make 4. So here the coordinating conjunction and is put between two words to join them together. So the next one is God made the country and man made the town. So here the word and is our coordinating conjunction. So coordinating conjunction, there are basically two types of coordinating conjunction, that is correlative coordinating conjunction and compound conjunction. So correlative conjunctions that are used in pairs. So there are certain conjunctions that are used in pair. For example, either or, neither nor, both, and, not only but also, though, yet, whether or. So we can take it from example, like in a sentence that we can take not only but also. We can take it like this, that not only is he foolish but also obstinate. So these conjunctions are always used in pair in a sentence. We cannot like they are used in pair, so these are called correlative conjunction. The next one is compound conjunctions. Compound conjunctions, when expressions used as conjunction, when we use certain expressions or certain phrases as in conjunction, as a single conjunction, so these are called compound conjunction. For example, on condition that, even if, as though, as soon as, provided that. So there are many more as well as if, on condition that, in order that. So there are many more examples of these. So classes of conjunctions, there are two classes of conjunctions, or conjunctions are divided into two classes, that is coordinating conjunctions and subordinating conjunctions. So coordinating conjunctions are those which join together the clauses or sentences of equal rank. Or chief coordinating conjunctions are and, but, for, or, nor, also, either or, neither nor. So these either or and neither nor are correlative conjunctions, and the other ones are simple conjunctions. So there are four kinds of coordinating conjunction that are copulative conjunction, when we add one statement to another statement, which adds or one statement to another. For example, we carved not a line and we raised not a stone. So when we add two statements. The next one is adversative, when expresses opposition between two sentence statements. When there is an opposition between two statements or contrast between the two statements. For example, I was annoyed, still I kept quiet, or he was all right, only he was fatigued. So the next one is alternative. Alternative conjunctions are those which expresses a choice between two alternatives. For example, she must weep or she will die. Either he is mad or he feigns madness. So there are more examples. Last coordinating conjunction type is elative conjunction that expresses an inference, such as something certainly fell in, for I heard a splash. So which expresses an inference are called elative. Now moving towards subordinating conjunction. So when conjunctions are used to join a clause to another on which depends for its full meaning, when one sentence depends on another to complete its meaning, to complete its sense. So those conjunctions which join those type of sentences are called subordinating conjunctions. Or cheap subordinating conjunctions are after, because, if, that, though, although, till, before, unless, as, when, where, and why. So we will take it from example that I shall go whether fancy leads me, or we can say that he found his watch where he had left it. So these are the examples of subordinating conjunctions. So here we are done with our conjunction as well. Our last part of speech is interjections. Interjections are the verb which expresses some certain feeling or emotion. When we show certain feeling or emotion, these are called interjections. Those words are called interjections. So for example, like when we show some joy in our sentence, so we use the word hurrah along with the exclamation mark. So interjections are always come with exclamation mark at their end. So exclamation mark is so important in interjections. So like when we say joy as an interjection, so it becomes hurrah. When we show grief, so we use the word alas. And when we surprise, so we can say that what, or ah. And when we show certain approval, so we say bravo. So we'll take it from example that alas, he is dead, or hurrah, we have won the game. or oh, I got such a fright. So these are the examples of or interjections. These are quite simple words. These certain words such as alas, hurrah, ah, or what, bravo, these are called interjections. They are used to show some feelings or emotions. Like they are not grammatically related to other words in a sentence, but they came in a sentence to explain or to express some feelings in a sentence. So here we are done with our interjections. So we are done with our interjections and as well as our parts of speech. So before moving to our next lecture, let me tell you something about articles as well. As I have told you that articles are not the parts of our part of speech, but they are somehow related to them because they are used in a sentences, and these are very much important in them. So articles are the words are, and the. These are these are called articles. Basically these three words are called articles, and they usually become before the noun. So we have an article a only, and it became, and then we have along with a we have an article an, and these a and an are called indefinite articles because it usually leaves indefinite person or thing. Like it tells us about something indefinite. Like we can say that our doctor. So a doctor, there is any doctor, we can say that it is any doctor. So our doctor, it is used before something indefinite. So the next one is definite article. The word the is our definite article. It normally points out some particular person or thing. So he saw the doctor, meaning some particular doctor. When we say he saw the doctor, so it means that he is visiting some particular doctor. Like we can say that he saw the doctor of physiotherapy or something like this. And a and a or an are used in a book, an orange, a girl. The word an is always used before vowels. We used it before. Vowels are for 5 a, e, i, o, u. The word an is the article an is used before the vowel, and the word a is used before some other common words, and da is used when we say something about something particular. So here we are done with our today's lecture. So in upcoming video, we will study about tenses, introduction to our tenses and uses of different three tenses: present, past and future tenses. So if there is any ambiguity, you can ask me in comment section. Hope you guys are clear.